For the longest time, I've wondered if we'd ever get an animated movie of Mortal Kombat, and Warner Brothers, for the most part, they didn't disappoint us with this movie. What's up, YouTubers of the world? megageekmixer here to give you guys my review on Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge. And first off, guys, I am proud to say that Warner Brothers, when it comes to their animation movies, they know exactly what they're doing here, and they really did it right with this movie, especially being at Mortal Kombat, because the one thing you've always got to know about Mortal Kombat is that it is a brutal, violent, and bloody game, and they do not shy away from it, and they definitely did not shy away from it in this movie. It is a rated R movie, and it is definitely rated R. So any of you guys who like for your kids to try to see it sometime, you're gonna have to wait till they're older, because this goes way beyond what you probably see with other Warner Brother animated movies such as DC and all that, because DC, they may have a few violence and brutal spots here and there, but it is nothing compared to this. This one was on a whole nother level, and boy, it also worked well for this movie. But not only that, the action and the animation was beautifully done. And hey, that's no surprise there. It's Warner Brothers. They have always been known for their animations, and they kill it with this one. I mean, the fight scenes with Scropion, Liu Kang, and all others who played a role in this film was a true sight to behold. But before we get more into all this other stuff on the violent stuff, how about we speak about the main character himself, Scropion. Now, the beginning of this film starts out very strong, as we all know about Scorpion's past. At least all of us who are big-time fans or average fans, they know the history of Scropion. He's all about wanting revenge because the Lin Kuei that belongs to Sub-Zero murdered his wife and his son and his entire clan, that he was left with nothing but revenge and wanted it so bad he was resurrected back to life as Scropion, all to take that revenge. But what he didn't know, little did he know, he was being manipulated all this time by the one who brought him back as Scropion, that being Quan Chi. But to actually see how it started, from seeing who he was as a loving father and a husband with a great family, to actually seeing the massacre of his clan and his son, it actually gave us a chance to actually see the origin of what he is well known for, that violence, rage tendency he has. Because when he saw his wife murdered and on the ground in a pool of blood, boy, did we see him just transform instantly and go into a slaughterhouse with all those Lin Kuei ninjas, and it was just insane. I was like, am I really seeing this? This is just crazy. It's nutty. I love it. Because let's face it, guys, if this was all about Scropion, they had to have done this, and I'm glad they did. However, though, it started to kind of lag on into the second part. This is where it actually went into showing the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline that I'm pretty sure most average fans and big time fans have already known about and know how the story goes and everything. And this is where it actually kind of moves away from Scropion. Sure, we see him and how he's in the Nether Realm and how he meets Quan Chi and becomes Sub-Zero, but he doesn't really play much of a role during the middle half. During the middle half, it's really all about meeting the main characters of the Mortal Kombat franchise, that being Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and Sonya Blade, along with Raiden, as they are heading to the island to participate in the Mortal Kombat tournament. But this will be a good chance to talk about Johnny Cage, Liu Kang, and Sonya Blade. But before I do that, while it did hurt the film a bit here, I also saw this as them trying to set up what may be a Mortal Kombat movie universe, kind of like they're doing with DC's animated movie universe, what they created there and what they're about to end with the Dark Apocalypse War. So yes, I can kind of give it a little pass on that, but still not enough to save the film per se. But what they did at the end there, they went back to Scropion and his whole revenge plot, but they kind of mixed it up in with the storyline of Mortal Kombat 1 to where instead Scropion helps out with the influence of how it ended and Liu Kang becoming the champion. Because if you all know, Scropion is not really known to have associated with any of the Earthrealm warriors. But in this one, he actually does, and he plays a major role in helping them win and keep Earthrealm safe. And that is in the fact that while he does go there and does Quan Chi's bidding at first, when he meets up with Raiden helps him into seeing things in a better way to where he still gets his revenge, but also is able to, what's the best way to put it here? I guess you could say fight for what's right and more than just revenge. That's the best way I guess you can put it. But it still worked out either way in the end, because if I'm to put it like how am I to score this video, I give it a 7 out of 10. It's like I said, it's the middle that really kind of dragged it down, but from the beginning and the end, when it went back to focusing on not Sub-Zero, Scropion, that's when the film got strong. And also the violence that was shown when he was fighting Quan Chi, their fighting going from their usual martial arts and then switching off to their sword fight. I loved every minute of that. And it's got to help me wonder if they're going to continue this on into a universe for Mortal Kombat, who's the next character they'll focus on? Will they focus on Sub-Zero Bihan's younger brother as yeah, I'm sorry I cut myself off there, guys, because I was wondering if Bihan was the right one I was talking about, the first Sub-Zero. And yeah, he is. Bihan has an younger brother who's going to come in later in the series, who has more of an interaction with Earthrealm characters compared to Scropion. And that's making me think, will we probably get that next? Probably will we get what happened with Liu Kang, what happened with Johnny Cage? And speaking of them, I mentioned I was going to talk about them, so let's go ahead and get into them. First off, I'll say this, all these voice actors did an amazing job, especially the one for Sonya Blade and Johnny Cage. And because with Johnny Cage, if you all know him, he's an asshole, thinks he's all that and stuff and thinks nothing of himself. But the journey he goes through in this movie really solidifies who he has become in the game series ever since they redid the timeline and everything and made this new alternate timeline. But the one thing I will say I didn't like that they did with Johnny Cage was that during the Mortal Kombat tournament, and then the first round he was in, he just ran away, really didn't really show off any of his moves or anything, but that's because he didn't really believe what was going on. But at least they did it justice by showing us in the end that yeah, the fighting skills that he has and stuff, and to show why he is Johnny Cage, the person we all know and love. And as for Sonya Blade, the person, Jennifer Carpenter, she did a great job with her too. How they gave us a briefing on why she became a soldier and all the hardships she had to go through. Kind of like Captain Marvel, except with this one, you didn't feel like this lacked her character on, because it helped us explain her character better. Because while I do know in the game she's always followed the family traditions, it never really showed us how some people look down on her because she's a girl and they think that she can't cut it. But she showed them that they're wrong to underestimate her. And we also got a little thing here with Liu Kang and Katana, which I would think we might see going forward into a possible sequel, because they also did show Shao Kahn at the end for getting onto his subordinate. What was his name? Shang Tsung. Yeah, Shang Tsung. So I hope for that, and I hope to see what else happens going forward. But I definitely like the movie. It was great, or better yet, not great, but good. It was good, definitely worth another watch. And hey, share it with your friends who feel like they might like this movie. Just keep it away from the younger little kids, because this is a rated R movie, guys. But But I'll definitely go ahead and end it all there, guys. And hey, if you're enjoying my videos, all you gotta do is click that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when I make more videos. And until then, Mega Geek Mixer signing out. Bye!